Hey, welcome back to the Engineered Channel. Today I want to share with you something special, my 2005 Mercedes-Benz AMG S55. Come on back and I want to tell you all about it. So this is the S-Class Mercedes. This is the flagship of the Mercedes-Benz line. And with the AMG model, you get the 5.5 liter supercharged V8 motor, making 493 horsepower and 516 foot-pounds of torque. Allegedly, the car goes 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds with a elapsed time in the quarter mile of, get this, 11.8 seconds. That's like Corvette fast, today Corvette fast. In 2005, this was one of the very fastest cars made. Now, although it is a quick car, it is still a luxury car, and it performs like a luxury car. The suspension and the steering and the transmission shifting, it's not a sports car, but it is a fast car. If you pull up against this and you think you're going to outrun it, this car is going to show you up. So be careful. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing. So let's take a look around this car. As we stroll around, you can see the car has very nice lines. Not much has changed in the S-Class since this car came out in 2005. Even though it's 15 years old, it still shows very well. Most people on the road can't tell the difference between a new S-Class and this S-Class. I have the original invoice on this car. I am the second owner of it, and the doctor who bought this car originally bought this car for $121,000. Now I got this car for less than 10% of that. So if you want a really fantastic car for a very much depreciated price, this may be the car for you. Behind these front wheels, which I've had repowder coated, this is black chrome. It's a three-stage process, which is a gloss black powder coat undercoat, and then a chrome sprayed on top of that with a clear coat on top of the chrome and powder coated one more time. So it's a very hard finish, but I think it looks really great. And hiding behind those front wheels, you'll see the big AMG Brembo brakes. So the back seat of the S-Class is really where you want to be. Back here you can ride in luxury. Now I'm 6'2", and this seat is completely as far back as it'll go, so there's way a lot of room in the front. And with 6'2", I still have about 4 inches leg room here. The air conditioning back here is really great. You have an air conditioning on the B pillar. You have air conditioning coming out of the seat, blowing on your legs. You have air conditioning on the back of the center console. This has a nice console in the middle with a slide out cup holder and then some storage underneath. Some of these models came with a refrigerator between the seats. At $121,000, you'd think this one has it, but it does not. Also, back here you get your own flip down vanity mirror, and you get a cigarette lighter and ashtray back here with a slide out in the door. So it's a very nice place to be. In this particular car, one of the things that it does lack is a lot of cup holders. And so, if you can see here, I have 3D printed a cup holder that slides into there's a little pocket on the back of the console. And I just made a ring, I printed a ring with a little slot angle in it, so it'll hold a Yeti type cup. So I have a nice cup holder on the back, map pockets on the back of these. And then of course headrests that flip up, and also a privacy awning so that if you don't have to see the peons outside as you're riding around in the back seat of your S-Class. So as far as grand touring goes, the S55 is the perfect car on the road. Not the greatest gas mileage in the world. I got about 19.9 on the highway, running 75 with the cruise control on for a whole tank of gas. But in town, you can count on between 6 and 12 miles per gallon if you can keep your foot out of it. So inside is a nice place to be. Not only do you have seat heaters and seat coolers, which you can run at the same time, but also you have lots of storage, and it's a very comfortable, the seat is super comfortable. It's like sitting on a couch. There's a storage compartment under the front seat, under the passenger seat, and then of course your regular glove box and the console. The console is a two-piece. You have one small console, and there's cash in there. It comes in all models. And then the other console, which is big, and you can turn the air conditioner on and have air conditioning inside your console if you prefer. Okay, before you start up the interior of the S55, there's two options. Number one, you can just put your key in here. Number two, I've got my key in my pocket. This has push to go or push to start here, so just press the brake, press the button, and your car is going with no key in it. Just recognize it in your pocket. So some of the luxury features in here, you have massage seats, which the controls for that are on the front of your seat down here. You have navigation on your camera system. This is definitely a dated audio system. Okay, let's just turn this off. You have climate control for you and the passenger. It has a CD player, which is under the head unit here. And there's also a 6-disc changer in the trunk as well. This car has a lot of different things it can do up here. On the dash, you've got your rear visor that goes up and down. And with your back headrests up, you can't hardly see out the window, so there's a button on the front that you can push and lay them down. Another feature you get is the ABC suspension system, which is the active body control suspension. And you'll see here I have it on the highest setting. I just went through the car wash, and so to go through the car wash, the little rail that your tire rides in is kind of high. So if you push this where both these lights slide up, your car is in the highest position. If I push it again, I can feel the car going down, and it lowers the car about 2 inches. So you have a kind of a low, medium, there's medium, and then you got your high setting here. And that runs off of the power steering pump, and about 3,000 PSI hydraulic fluid controls the suspension in the car. You have your lock and unlock buttons, your traction control, there's the headrest button, and there's a setting here for towing the car. Some interesting things on your instrument cluster is this is sitting idle, but if you have your cruise control on, I'll show you a picture with the cruise control on. The lights, you'll notice on the dash, the LEDs around the speedometer, everything under the speed you're going is just turned off. So you only need to know what your speed is and how much faster you can go. In addition to that, you'll see the fuel gauge there. The fuel gauge goes down. You'll notice that the distance from a half a tank to R is very small. That's because under there, the last eighth of a tank is not lit until you get out of gas. And then below the R there will turn on a little red light for your reserve, and you'll be able to see that last eighth of a tank. So it looks like you're out of gas, but you really have an eighth of a tank left to go. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed a look around the Mercedes S55 AMG. If you need a nice used car for your family, this is probably not the car for you. although this is a great car to put your family in, this car is expensive to maintain. If you want something that's reliable and cheap and easy to use, go buy yourself a Toyota Camry. But if you want something fun to drive, exciting to be in every day, and gets the most miles per gallon you can possibly imagine, then go find you one of these. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you next time here on the Engineering Channel.